All right, this is lesson 219, and it goes over some more solving equations. All right, so first I'm going to work out just a couple with algebra tiles. These are a couple quick, simple ones, so it shouldn't take us too long to go through these. So we have 2x over on this side and 2 1s on the left side. On the right side, we have 2x and a negative 1. So if I want to try to solve this, okay, first thing, remember when you're solving an equation, we can take 2 x's away from both sides. We can take the same amount. Okay, let's kind of look what we have left. We have 2 on this side equals negative 1. Now, if I kind of look at that right away already, are those ever going to be equal? Does 2 equal negative 1? No, it doesn't. So if I end up with something like that, the answer to this equation is no solution. Just as a reminder, if you end up with something that's not true, then it means there's no solution that would work. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, now you might notice that on this equation, it has the exact same thing on both sides. So really it says x plus 1 equals x plus 1. Okay, if you think about that, well, what number could you put in for x that would make this true? Well, I could put anything in. I could put a 2 here, and I'd get the same thing on both sides. I could put a 3 there. I could put a 4 there, 5. I could put any number there I wanted, and I'd have the same amount on both sides. It'd be equal. So since I can put any number in for x, my answer to this one would be all real numbers. Okay, so all real numbers work for this one. And if you would have tried to solve this with the algebra tiles, you could have taken away an x from both sides, taken a 1 away from both sides, and you would have been left with 0 equals 0, which is true, which means that all real numbers work. All right, so we're going to solve a couple equations algebraically. So here's our first one. Let's do negative x plus 2 equals 4. All right, so I'm going to draw my line down through the equation. All right, so I want to get, now this one's kind of a tricky one, so good one to go through. I want to get the x all by itself on the side. Now, if you guys notice, this is a negative x. So if you want, you can put a 1 in front of here. That helps you. So I'll show you 2 ways to do this one. So the first way, okay, it looks like I can take away 2 from each side. That should work. That's gone. This is 2. So it says negative 1x equals 2. Now, we never are solving for what negative x equals. We want to know what positive x equals. So I could do one more step here. Okay, I can divide this by negative 1, because kind of think right here, what's a negative 1 divided by a negative 1? Well, that's a positive 1, which leaves me with x. And then if I do 2 divided by negative 1, I get negative 2. So that would be my solution. Now, I'm going to work this out one more way so you can see if you like this other way better. So I have negative x plus 2 equals 4. Okay, I'm going to draw my line down. Instead of having a negative x on that side, maybe I want to try to get rid of that. So I'm going to add a positive x to this side, and I have to do that to over here as well. Okay, so let's see. Well, that cancels. So I have 2 equals. Then on this side, I still have 4 plus x. Okay, so now I want to get this x by itself. So to get rid of this 4, I'm going to add a negative 4 to both sides. That cancels. So I have x equals negative 4 plus 2 right here is a negative 2. So I got the same answer both ways I solved that, and I did it a little bit different both times. All right, so our next problem is going to be this. 4x minus 2 plus x equals 2x plus 8 plus 3x. Okay, so maybe you want to write this one down and kind of do this together with me, and or if you want to push pause, work it out, and then you can try it on your own. Push play when you're ready. All right, so first step, we always want to try to simplify first. So I noticed that I should probably put my x's together over here. 4x and another x is 5x. So I have 5x minus 2 equals, on the other side, let's put my x's together. Looks like I have 5x and then plus 8. Now right here, you might kind of notice something. I got 5 x's on both sides. Well, if I try to take those away, if I got to do the same thing to both sides, all my x's are gone, and all I'm left with is negative 2 equals 8. Well, right away I know, well, that's not true. Negative 2 does not equal 8. So if you get down to something like that, your answer is x equals no solution. There's no answer in that equation that will work. So the answer is x equals no solution. All right, let's try one more here. Let's do 9 minus, parentheses, 2 minus 3y, parentheses, equals 6 plus 2y minus 5 plus y. Okay, now this one's going to be kind of a trickier one, so we're going to draw a line down through the equal sign and try to solve this. Okay, now you guys might notice that there is a lot of parentheses and negative signs in this, so this one's going to be a little trickier. So, first thing, I still have this 9 out front. Okay, I need to distribute this negative sign to both things in here. Now, it's easier for me if I kind of change this subtraction sign right here to add the opposite. That just kind of helps me. So, let's kind of, and even if you did that out here, add the opposite, now you can distribute that to both parts. Okay, so let me kind of erase that so we can see this better. So I have this negative sign here. Let's distribute it. So I have 9 plus, it says the opposite of 2, which is negative 2, plus it says the opposite of negative 3y would be positive 3y. Okay, now I'm going to stay on the same side, and let's put our normal numbers together. So 9 plus negative 2 would give me 7 plus 3y. Okay, let's go to the other side. All right, I'm going to keep my 6 and plus 2y. Okay, now I need to distribute. So I kind of like to just do a plus minus right here, if that kind of helps you, because I like having plus symbols. So now let's distribute this negative sign. So the opposite of 5 is negative 5, plus the opposite of y is negative y. Okay, now let's see if we can put some stuff together. Let's put our normal numbers. 6 plus negative 5 would be 1, and then plus, let's do our y's, 2y and a negative y would just be a normal y. All right, so now let's take some y's away from both sides. So I can take a y away here and 1 here. That gives me 2y, and I still have my 7 on that side, and then 1 on the other side. Okay, I want to get the 2y by itself, so I better add a negative 7 to both sides. That side cancels. So over here, 1 plus negative 7 is negative 6. So I have 2y equals negative 6. I'm just going to kind of write that maybe on the next page. 2y equals negative 6. That's kind of my last section. Okay, I have one last step. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so I have 1y. And negative 6 divided by 2 over here is a negative 3. So my solution to that equation is y equals negative 3. All right, this will be the last one. I want you guys to try this one. We have 4y minus 9 plus y equals 6. Okay, so push pause when you're ready to check your answer. Push play. All right, so first thing that we should do is kind of simplify. So we have 4y and another y. That's 5y. And I have minus 9 equals 6. All right, so my next step, I want to get the 5y by itself, so I need to cancel out this minus 9. I'm going to do that by adding a 9 to both sides. That side cancels. So I have 5y equals 9 and 6, looks like 15. Okay, my last step is to divide both sides by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1y, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. So my solution to this equation is y equals 3. All right, so there was a couple examples of solving some more equations.